All right, now we're going to find the missing side lengths whenever we're given the volume and then two other sides. So in this example, I've given the volume of 165 cubic centimeters. So remember, volume is length times width times height. So I'm also given the length of 5 and a width of 3 centimeters. So now I'm trying to find the height. So this is very similar to finding the missing length with the area, but we've got an extra step that we need to do. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and multiply the length and the width. And I know that's actually going to be giving me the area. So 5 times 3 is 15. And then now that I've got that, I can do 165 divided by 15. And you're going to see a problem on page 173 where they have already given you, they just say the base. So we know the base, that means it's the area of the base. So if they just said 15 here for the base, then we could just go ahead and do 165 divided by 15. Now, if they give you any two side lengths, then you can multiply them and then do the division. So 165 divided by 15. If I use my strategy that we've been using, I know 10 times 15 gives me 150. I subtract and I've got exactly 15 left over, so I can make one more group. So 1 times 15 is 15. I subtract. Now to get my answer, I need to add the 10 and the 1, so that gives me 11. So that means that my height is going to be 11 centimeters. So I can check this. You know, I know for volume, I multiply the length times the width times the height. So if I multiply all three of these, then I should get 165. So I'm going to do 5 times 3. That gives me 15. And then I'm going to multiply that by 11 to see if I get 165. So I'm going to go ahead and just use an area model to kind of review that with you. So if I'm doing 15 times 11, and I go ahead and set up my area model, I'm going to break it up into 10 and 5, and then 10 and 1. So 10 times 10 gives me 100. 10 times 5 gives me 50. Then 1 times 10 is 10, and 1 times 5 is 5. And I know I need to add all of these together. So if I do it in groups, 100 plus 50 would be 150. 10 plus 5 gives me 15. So then when I add the two together, I do end up with 165. So 165 cubic centimeters is the volume. So that means that these three would work out. Now, another thing that you could have done, and there isn't a problem in the workbook in which someone has done it like this. So if I were to just do 165 divided by my length, and I said that was my first step. So if I go ahead and do that, I know that 10 times 5 is 50. So now I have 115 left over. So I can do another group of 10. And then, you may want to go ahead and just do a group of 20 so that you don't have as many steps here. I could have done that to begin with. 20 times 5 gives me 100. Then I have 15 left over. So now I can make 3 groups, since 3 times 5 is 15. So now I've got 33. And what I'm going to do with that 33, I'm not finished because I only divided by the 5. So if I want to figure out what the missing side length is, now I have to take my answer that I got, 33, and divide it by the other side. So now I've got 33 divided by 3. So if I do 33 divided by 3, then I get my missing side length of 11. So there's a problem like that in the workbook where somebody has started working it out and they just divided one of these. So if you do that, then you have to go ahead and, once you get your answer, divide it by the other number. Or you can just use the multiplication and multiply these two together. All right, so I'm going to give you a few more problems like this.